I don't know if you can call this a step forward or a lateral step or a pat in the back or a handout to say, okay, get back to it, don't stop. If 5 years, right? Well, let's say up to 5 years, all right? What do you see yourself
If passion was a drug, I'd probably be dead. If dreaming came to life, in my soup, I'd probably be in bed. I'm busy writing on those raps, you're gonna...
Yes, if you're looking for the best, it's that one and only. Ain't nobody do it better, you can bet it on me. I'ma put your on hold if you acting phony, but you gon' get that exclusive thing if you're checking for me. You checking for me, get it, shorty, and the rest is on me. Rest is on me, how the hell we looking so fresh, so clean? And you know we ain't gon' back it up, slow it down. But say that's enough, throw it down. Stop it, otherwise tone it down. We do it bigger, man. Cause don't nobody do it bigger than Stretch it easy on a hype train. Man, these lyrics so ahead, it's like a migraine. Get some aspirin. What you know about the vibe? The charm snakes controlling these vipers. Flow so good, it's minus. And a touch of light is finest. Ain't nobody like us.
All they do is follow me. Follow me. Everyone here just follow me. Follow me.
It looks like our people are so clueless.
Oh my God.
Why am I not surprised? These people.
In my mind, I had met this man in person.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
I love you
like,
too.
I've been
Yeah, one.
for real though.
No, like it was.
Jeez, man.
It was
Eddie.
something we just tried. We're like, you know what? We're gonna try and do this thing.
And it
We'll
worked.
try- And it
Beautiful.
worked. Yeah.
Beautiful.
It was-
Yo.
He was at home. You at home, right?
I was at a friend's house.
At a friend's house. Yes.
'cause
Yeah.
his
He had
background
like.
looked great.
We called him, right? We called him on the line.
Yeah.
And we had him
It was
on
like a whole Zoom
on
thing,
on
right?
yeah on this Zoom StreamYard thing as well.
Jeez, man.
And somehow it actually worked out. It was, very
great.
interesting.
It was great. It was great. And I
Whoa.
appreciate you guys for
Yeah.
putting me
Whoa.
on that. That was great.
Yeah.
So fast track. COVID happened. No, you know what? It's okay. I'll get over it.
But I like that because that means the impact
No,
was
I
there.
felt
it
like
was-
in my mind,
that
I've been
was
thinking
dope.
when I saw he was out in Zambia.
Yeah,
I was like, yo, you know what I mean? Like we've heard this man on the show, but
Shut
in
up.
my mind, I thought we had him on the show live as opposed to virtual. You know what I mean?
Man, this is a badge of honor I'm gonna wear for the rest of my career.
Yo, that's intense.
The live streams
man.
are
Yeah.
so good they thought I was shit.
Imagine.
That's going on the resume.
That's how good it was. Like definitely that yeah.
Yeah. Nah, but
Yeah.
man, I'm just here. You mentioned Zambia.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I was out there for like the first 6 months of this year because y'all who might not know, I'm a Pan-African artist. That means although I started my career here in Bots, I do have we'll use the word lineage.
That means the man has a number of careers in a number of different places.
the number of different places. You know what I'm saying? Because we're trying to have the whole thing communicate. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I found, you know what, it's very interesting being exposed to different markets. I'll tell you that. It's very different. Like, okay, for example, what is the biggest artist you know from Zambia?
Right here, right now.
Like right here, like who's operating right now?
Actually, there's no one. There's a number of Sampa the Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's-
Samba the Great.
Yeah, she's a good example, but she basically blew in Australia, so she's a Zambian.
But you do know like
Uh-huh.
she also grew up in Botswana.
Yes, she was here at Rainbow,
Yeah,
my guy.
imagine.
So then it's crazy, like an artist like that
Very
opening at
interesting.
Coachella. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, dog, I was sitting with her in church, bro.
Imagine
And yeah, so but what I'm saying is
locally.
yeah, I mean those like the how do I say the indigenous Zambian people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yo,
also wrong.
Do you know what's
Indigenous.
crazy? The biggest artists over there show, you know, shout out to all my people here. They show all our numbers dust.
Yeah, man.
Like the B-list artists over there have, you know, 100,000 on IG plus. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that we don't know about it. It doesn't register to us. And likewise, these guys have no idea who
Yeah, who
Charmer
we are.
Girl is. They have no idea who V is. The biggest guys you talk about here, Vizo, I don't know. They have no clue. We're not on each other's radar. Yet we are borders. Same thing with Harare. Same thing with Windhoek. So I think that's a very interesting realization.
What I wanted to find out from you, like I was super stoked, like I was super excited.
Yeah.
When I learned that you were out in Zambia, how did that come about? Like how did you folks decide on we're gonna take this way, and it'll make sense for us to be in that market for this reason?
So one of my homies who shot my video with Vizo View and Sasa Class, rest in peace. He's also half Zambian, so we're like, yo man, we're here. Why don't we go there and just see what's up, right? So then at the beginning of this year, we decided, no, let's just take up and go there and see what it's like, because we've grown up in this particular market, as I've said, that we're like, yo, we are African, we're Botswana through and through, but what else is out there? Let's show them or whoever else is out there what we're about. You know what I'm saying? Because there's also a guy, I don't know, this is a hip hop show, so there was a dance crew called Urban Empire that was active, I think, until about 2019 here. Pretty big. Flex the Ninja, the producer, was actually part of that. And one of the guys who was part of it as well is Mix Kasamwa. He's got, he went that side.
Yeah,
as
he's
well.
back here. No, yeah.
No, he's still that
He's
side.
still over there.
And my guy, he blew over there. You know what I'm talking
real?
about? He's my guy. He's out here with like 60K or whatnot. I don't know. He's shooting entire like series and stuff like that. So it's bringing up that theme of Sampa the Great, him as well. People growing up here and going abroad and just taking the ethic that they learned from here and making it outside. And we're like, yo, let's see what this is about. And I can tell you, this is a very, very enlightening and enriching experience. Hey.
So you were out in Zambia for 6 months?
For 6 months.
One
from
city.
January.
Did you guys travel across the breadth of the country? What was the plan?
Yo, the plan was just to get a taste, because we've been here the whole time.
Yeah.
What else is it like? Also, shout out to Perfect Noise. There's a show that happens here in Gabs monthly. So it's called Perfect Noise. We decided, hey, we want it to be a Pan-African thing, right?
That's right.
So yeah, we took it there. You know what I'm saying? So end of May this year, we had our first edition of Perfect Noise that side. And yeah, we decided to do that, take our music careers there as well, and just infiltrate, penetrate, make some noise, build the fan base. That was the whole plan.
Interesting. We have a friend out there who actually is also kind of grew up here.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Erase.
Might have heard the name.
Yeah, he's got a company called Vertex. It's actually like a net, like a network and everything.
And Owen was out in
And-
Lusaka for a couple of years.
Yeah,
Shout out
he,
Owen Bands.
he
Yeah.
actually trained not Owen Bands.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Still shout out Owen Bands.
Oh, rapper, bro. The
there's
big,
another guy, Owen.
the OG Owen.
Yeah.
right? The legendary Owen. You know Owen
Alright,
Bands
bet.
though?
I mean, who does it? Like
Owen Bands, as in which Owen Bands?
Owen Bands, the director.
Oh, okay, that's another Owen Bands as well. I know
How
another
many Owen Bands is
There's
there?
I guess there's a number of them. Anyway, so
Couple.
this dude, Owen Rampa was in Lusaka training Radio Phoenix DJs.
Radio Phoenix.
Yeah,
Yes,
for a
yes,
while.
yeah.
Like he literally put them on,
Crazy.
crazy.
Wow.
And when
Crazy.
what's his name again? When Ezra Neathings dropped Danko,
Yeah,
he reached out to his contacts out in Lusaka,
yeah,
to plug Danko onto Phoenix,
yeah.
right? So I'm thinking, when I saw what Stretch and his team were doing,
Yeah.
in my mind, I'm thinking, this is how we need to be approaching.
That's
this.
right.
You know what I
that's
mean?
right.
Because
Yeah,
when you live here, somebody has lived in Lilongwe for a little bit. Like Limbani is out in Malawi, Lilongwe,
Again,
Malawi,
and he's
right? You know what I'm saying? and it's
Yeah.
massive out there.
Huge.
So when you live here and you have someone, you know, to reach out to, you know, when you touch ground,
Yes.
it's a lot more swift. It's a lot more easy
yeah.
because you know what I mean.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely what helped. Like as soon as I got there by February, I was on, you know, the TV channels and radio stations on there because I had connect. You know what I'm saying? So it's great. And okay. It's also funny how many people who, you know, grew up here and then went outside and did their thing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the story real quick. So I was putting together the band for the Perfect Noise show over there, right?
Yeah.
And I'll just, you know, getting my contacts, like who plays guitar, who plays drums. Okay, you know them. All right, cool. Let's bring them together and let's do this. So the day we're getting together for the rehearsal, we're all meeting for the first time. I kid you not, this happened. We're in the car. The guitarist gets in the back, and I believe the bassist also gets in the back. These guys have never met to my knowledge, but one guy looks at the other guy looks at the other guy, and he's like, I know you from somewhere. And he's like, the Learning Center, right?
Wow. What do you know?
You kidding me?
I
How do you
am not
know?
kidding you at all. I was like, I looked at Kizito, and we looked back. We're like, what are the odds?
Africa.
that-
Africa is one.
Yeah,
big village.
that's the continent we live in. That's the world we live in
Dude,
today.
it's like Choppies,
You will
bruh.
be pretty much. You
Just
will
like
be
running
surprised.
across the aisle, dude.
You'll be completely surprised. Like
Yeah.
once you start connecting those dots, you know, and you'll be like, oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Dude,
That's like that's it?
Yeah.
it's
So,
nuts. The connects are crazy.
Yeah.
But another point I wanted to bring up, not to hijack the entire conversation.
Nah, it's your conversation,
is-
bro.
You know
Go
what I mean?
ahead.
shout out, yo. Again, the whole thing of artists from here going out. I bumped into Titose. She's a local singer here, but
Yeah.
she's like crazy on Apple Music and so on and so forth. Shout out to you, girl. And we are just having a conversation about this, and I was talking, and she was like, "Yo, how's the market out there? Is it better?" I was like, "Better is not the word. It's different.
Different.
Yeah.
That's
You know?
right.
It's because each market has its own pros and cons.
True.
Somewhere like the city has 3.8 million people,
Mm-hmm.
so it's really nice to, you know, build a niche fan base.
Yeah.
But, you know, they have a different set of problems. Like, one of the reasons I think a lot of the guys coming out from Gabs going abroad really blow is because when you're here, a lot of artists know what it's like to perform to a crowd
Yeah.
who's just standing
Yeah.
there watching you. Shout out to Gab's
Like,
crowd.
yeah,
we know y'all.
We see
you
you.
know what we call that?
What?
TTC. Team Tough Crowd. That's what it is.
Teen Tough Crowd. I like that. We'll call it that. Flex of them like to call it Kanye.
Yo.
Giving them Kanye. I don't know why they call it that, but it's hilarious. So we're accustomed to that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're almost forced to have to develop a sharper acumen of
That's right.
performance.
Yeah.
You know, to
You
incorporate-
almost don't perform to the crowd. You're just
yeah,
performing.
you need to be able to, energy control. You're
That's right. You're just
you know
doing
what
your
I'm saying?
thing.
No.
And you know, that's why someone like Sampa, if you're seeing, you
Yeah,
know, she
oof.
takes the time to put together
Yeah.
outfits and stuff
Oh my
like that.
goodness.
You know, because here they don't give you free energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And shout out to her. She had that thing she did at one of the resorts.
Yeah,
at Kubla
yeah.
Khan.
Yes,
Oh my god,
yes.
that production.
You see
was
what I'm saying? And so many people watched
ridiculous.
that,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Where's that?
Where is this?
You're like, dude,
It's right there, right there. In the
you've been here this whole time.
You didn't know it existed.
You know what I'm saying?
And you see, and the people you saw there playing are regular folk.
You know what I'm
saying?
It was
Wait, I
literally,
know
I know
that
that guy. I know this dancer. Like,
He owes me $20. You know what I'm saying?
like
It's-
literally.
But then,
But
you
she
put
made it happen.
Yeah,
She made it happen.
and that's the thing. So a lot of us go out there to a place with, you know, so many numbers. The issue with a place with so many numbers is you can get, you know, a lot of free love.
Yeah.
You know, you can just like do something that's okay, and everyone's like, "Yo, that's insane." You know,
And you
but
feed off that.
and they feed off that,
Yeah.
and then you don't feel the pressure to move, you know, to excellence.
I see what you
You
mean.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
And that's very powerful, because what you're
is.
basically saying is, we we have what it takes out
Facts.
here. We
Yeah.
have the work rate, we have
Yo.
the drive, we have the perseverance.
I'm telling you.
You know,
But
I'm
the
telling-
audience,
The
the
au- the
audience
au-
is there on some.
and we don't need, and
Yeah.
we don't need the audience.
Yeah.
because we figured it out without them.
Exactly.
So everywhere
So
else you're
now
gonna
when
go
you
to,
when you get a reaction
That's
from
right.
an audience,
That's right.
it's on some whoa.
exactly.
Okay.
So then
this
this
is
actually
beautiful.
happens.
I'm telling you, not
Yeah.
I mean, not to toot my own horn though. You said I'm gonna do that.
Go ahead. Again, it's your
I know, I just-
conversation.
Shout out. Like when I was walking, I was just walking in the street. So many people are like, who's that guy? What do you do? What do you do something? And you know what I'm saying?
Exact-
Yeah.
Again, Gabs,
No.
but
They had said
Team
this is
tough
like in the 90s,
crowd.
right?
Yeah.
They said Michael Jackson, rest his spirit, could literally walk through
Yeah.
the Diamond Square.
that's right.
And folks would be on
Like,
some, is that Michael?
You know what I'm
Whatever.
saying?
Guys
Yeah.
were like,
Just-
what?
yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
was like,
yeah,
whatever.
Stretch. That looks
Yo,
like Michael,
I
right?
will never forget. Like, I bumped into Rick Yoon,
Yeah.
a Revolk, and everybody else is passing, just like, they might like
Yeah.
shoot another stare. And
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I know
That's
this
that.
guy.
It's like no.
And they're like, no, I'm like, I think everybody's just passing. I'm like, no. If this dude is who I think he is, there should have been a crowd around him by now.
You
right?
know
You
what
know
I
what
mean?
I'm saying?
Why is everybody just acting normal? I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
I tell the wife, I'm like, I'm gonna go ask him. I'm like, you are Zhao. You know, I said that because I'm like,
a question. You just said.
I said you are Zhao. He's like, no. I'm like, I know you are the dude with the diamonds in his face.
Yeah. You're like I cancel. I cancel you.
He's like, no, I'm not. I'm like, I know you are. I just walked away. I'm like, I know you are.
And that's something that
I'm
helps
sure it
as
happens.
well.
I'm sure it happens a lot in Zambia. Though.
Oh yeah.
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 Sure it does.
Because and what's crazy here is I don't think in Gabs we have proper celebrity culture. I don't think so.
Yeah.
You'll see.
I tell you,
Yeah.
in Gals we have the culture. We actually do have celebrity
You
culture.
think so?
But the culture we have is everybody's a celebrity.
Oh.
Are you serious? Please
Yeah,
explain that
and
to
that-
me.
and that-
I love that.
That's different.
I'm
that's
telling you
totally
though,
different.
everybody's a celebrity. I'll tell you
Okay.
why I'm saying that. It's
Yeah.
the only place where a celebrity can go to
Uh,
and be treated like like common folk
mm.
is where everybody's like, nah, man,
You're just like.
you're just like me. Like, you're not special.
Really? So wait, you're out here seeing people like getting like stopping others and being like, "Yo, dog, can I get a selfie?"
Not here. Like
That's
here-
what I'm saying.
That's
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
why.
I
That's
don't
because everybody's a celebrity.
I
like,
get it. I get it. So everybody's special, so nobody's
So
special.
nobody's special. Like you're
Yeah,
just you're
so
just a regular folk.
I
out
get
here.
it. We're on
Yeah.
the same. We're on the same page.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is, I think that also contributes to the overall
It does.
artistry.
That's right. It
Because
does.
like
Yeah.
now you're almost forced. Like people, we think you want to stand out, so
Yeah.
you even dress a little flashy.
That's
you
right.
walk a little different because people will just see you in choppies and be like, "My guy, get out my way."
Yeah.
I like your
Who are,
song, but
who are you?
But not today.
You know what I'm
Not
saying?
today.
not today. So then you really are allowed to think,
Yeah.
and plus the place is pretty slow, so
Yeah.
you are allowed to think your moves through. So I think that really helped me appreciate what it is about this market that really bolsters my artistry.
That's very special,
Yeah,
man. That's
it is.
very, very
Yeah.
special because that means, you're not worried about the market you're in.
I don't think so.
Like you get the positives from being here, and when you go over there, you get the positives from being over
For
there.
being- yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's
Yeah.
amazing because I'll tell you the truth, right? There's a lot of, and I think Prince and I have spoken about this before, where we're like, artists or celebrities will be in a place where they feel like they can't be themselves. And they're only 4 hours from a place where they can literally disappear in the city because nobody pays you any mind, right?
Yeah.
And so I've always been like, why don't you work over there and live over here?
You know what I'm saying?
That way,
Yeah.
when you feel like you just want to be a regular dude,
can
you just come over for a month, just unwind, relax, get inspiration, and when you're ready to hit the stage and do your thing,
Then
you go
you
back
just
over
switch it
there.
up.
Exactly.
You know, I've
Yeah.
always wondered like why people don't do that. I don't know if it's because it's expensive
I think-
or
I think
don't
this
know.
will naturally speak to my next question to Stretch.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
you took a team or you went out to Zambia to have an appreciation of the scene out there.
Yeah.
And what's the plan with that? What's the plan around just exposing yourself to a different market, a different ambience, a different type of culture? Is there a plan to just go taste and be a part of a different setting altogether?
Oh, for sure. There's gotta be a plan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no. Thankfully, there's a plan. I did get to very much network with the people over there. Right now, I am okay. So I did get to network with the people, and the plan moving forward is to take advantage of the positives of that market. Like expand that way, and in learning that, learn how to do that replicate that with other markets. I'm fucking the Joburgs, the H towns, and such. So right now, I'm shameless plug. I'm in the middle of a rollout. I'm rolling out my next video called Ambrosia. That means flamboyance for those of you who do not speak saturated English.
Noted. Noted.
I love shading my audience sometimes. So, I'm rolling out my next video, dropping on the 27th of August, and I'll be pushing it specifically to my Gabs people and my LSK people. If you haven't seen on IG and Facebook right now, it's like the whole concept is magazines. So you've got like custom magazine covers.
That's right. See, I seen that actually. Yeah, I seen
Shout
that.
out.
Yeah.
Just having fun with rollouts and stuff like that. So, and tomorrow I'll be going live with one of the artists over there. Stuff like that. So just connecting.
What I appreciated from the first conversation we had with him is how he's very thorough with what he would like to bring to life. You know what I mean? He's letting you know of what he's breathing life into. You can already see it before it even comes to fruition.
Yeah, but because it's already happening. Like,
but I'm saying
Ambrosia, like he didn't wait, to finish the thought.
Yeah.
To put it out.
Yeah.
The rollout is already happening.
Yeah.
It's happening. I'm
see,
here because it's happening.
And exactly, you know what I mean? Because I'll tell you why I'm saying that. It's because a lot of times, and I always beat myself. I'm like, the rollout, when someone is rolling out a video, right?
Yeah.
They'll put out on Facebook or Instagram, on whatever platform, to say, oh, video drops on this day, right? At 8 p.m. Then at 8 p.m., oh, video just dropped. It's like,
and that's it. That's all she wrote.
That's the rollout.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I always feel like there's a gap. Like I always feel
Yeah.
like a rollout should be a process, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
A process where you go to different radio stations, you perform your song, you go to different platforms, online platforms.
Yes.
And you
like a proper media run.
a proper media run
Yeah.
for your video, because I mean it is a project
It is.
which you invested in,
Yes.
which took time to put together, right?
Yes, sir.
So the only thing you're gonna do is drop a line and say, "Oh, video drops
Drops at 8
available now on
p.m.
YouTube."
Yeah.
I'm like,
Video's out now.
yeah, I'm
Y'all,
like,
y'all
you
not
gotta do something.
Beyonce. Y'all not Beyonce. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately.
artists, my people, y'all need to stop doing that. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
for real.
Because
For real.
because I definitely work with a lot of artists, upcoming, established, so on and so on, in this thing. And
Yeah.
it's a thing. We just be like, just put it out in your status. Video dropping tomorrow. Shop. Woo.
That's right.
And I mean, for me, not that I know everything, but this whole thing, this is art. It's about giving an experience.
That's
Facts.
right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Facts.
I have to feel like when your video
Yeah.
dropped, like, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
that was 30 minutes of fun.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
know?
Yeah.
Especially
For a
in-
3-minute video.
Yeah.
I mean, if you remember, I'm sorry, my brain sometimes just goes to different places. The Kanye West documentary, right? When
The
he was talking
Genius,
about, when he was talking about the video, was it the video that he was rolling out, or the album, or a single?
Yeah.
And he had everybody packed in a room, including Dame Dash, right? Everybody
Yes.
packed in a room.
Yeah.
And it was a whole event. He had cameras on there. He had press people on there for a video.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just the video.
And
to
it
say,
speaks to what Stretch just spoke to.
exactly.
It's an
Yeah.
experience.
It's an experience.
You know what I mean?
See? Because out of that, you get people writing about it.
Facts.
You don't have
get
to
conversations
happening
Yeah.
about it. You get bookings. You get bookings to do this and that. You get questions about the album. You might even get an investor saying, "Oh, I like where you're taking this. You
For
know,
sure.
do you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I can put in?
Or this
Yes.
will actually work for my next project. So
Exactly.
can
what
we
I
use
mean?
this over
Synergy
here?
starts
Exactly.
happening.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
And I think it's great because I know as an artist it's frustrating to do a song and then you think this whole rollout thing is a chore. I need to go to stations and all of that stuff. It can feel like a chore, but I'm like, yo, it doesn't have to because it's beneficial. I like to think of it as part of the creative process.
Facts.
In the same way that you have a studio version of the song and when
Yeah.
you do it live you do a vavavoomed version of the live thing to sort of expand on the meaning of the song.
Yeah.
You know how Beyonce has like a 6-minute version of a what song because she's
Yeah,
adding
she's
that version.
doing the other things.
The
yeah.
rollout can do the same thing.
That's right.
Can help augment your artistic vision. Michael Jackson when he dropped History, his story. He on the cover was him in a statue.
Yeah.
What he did is in major cities
he-
worldwide,
yeah,
he put
he
statues
put
up.
statues up, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that thing was an entire movie.
it was a whole
Facts.
movie.
The video was a movie.
Yeah.
you know
Single
what I'm
song.
saying? And
15 minutes.
crazy. It's because that's that Michael Jackson thing.
That's
Everyone
right.
is like, oh, whenever he does something,
Yeah.
we're all
And
just
he
like
does
checking.
and the thing is when he
Yeah.
announces to say video dropping,
Yeah.
you
Folks
know what's going
You're
to happen.
invested
Yeah.
because you know that
You know,
something is about to happen.
I don't know if
And-
you remember They Don't Care About Us where he flew all the
Yeah.
way down. I think it was
to the
Rio,
prison or
Rio or
de
something, the
Janeiro and whatnot.
favelas.
Yes,
And
then
he had
walked.
everybody on there. The
You know?
entire favela was in the video.
Exactly.
But now, borrowing it, thinking back to the conversation that we had with him,
Yeah.
when he dropped, that single,
Yeah.
with Vizo and Sasa, Rest His Spirit,
Yeah.
he has said that it's very imperative for you to assemble a team that understands,
Yes.
that buys into the vision,
Yeah.
and they own it. You know what I mean? So when you roll out and it's only Stretch idea on how this should be done, and Eddie has no say.
Yeah.
The camera person, person on print, person who has access to television has no say on how this could be done, and it could be done differently. Then it'll show.
It will
Like
show.
how we consume the products that we speak of every day here naturally speaks to the level of imagination that one has around them.
That is very true. And I'll translate what you're saying. What you're basically saying is, we tend to under consume because we're not being given enough experiences
Yes.
to replicate, to have that nostalgia, to want to replicate it
Exactly.
over and over again.
Yeah, you ever watch a movie that you're like, that was nice, I'm not watching it again.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then there's
Shop.
those, but there's those where you're like, yo,
I
get it.
I need to refresh. I don't
Thank
want to
you.
forget this because there's
Yeah.
a specific moment
Yeah.
that this is tied to, and that's basically
to
what
me,
you're
yeah.
saying. Yeah,
That's
that
it.
is very true.
Especially
Very,
in a
very true.
market that is continually being saturated with more artists. It's easier now than ever to make a song.
Facts.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
So everybody and their grandma is dropping a tape.
Yeah, I know
On Friday.
I know a grandma in the U.S. who's 98 years old who's a celebrity.
Are you serious?
Yeah, she's on Instagram, TikTok.
TikTok, my G. TikTok is coming. So, what are you gonna do to
Thank
stand
you.
out?
How you
know
gonna
what I'm
stand
saying?
out? Yeah.
Tell your story different.
Tell your story. Give them a thing.
Yes,
And
sir.
I think it's, I tell a lot of people this, like, me as an artist, just like an accountant or a doctor or the garbage man, we are all providing value.
Facts.
Maybe in Africa we still have this in the zeitgeist, this thing of art is just the side thing.
Yeah,
Nah, man. Have you ever been
different.
to people working 9 to 5s? They pay through the nose for experiences.
yeah, for experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sometimes for escapism, sometimes to for the process of self-actualization.
Yeah.
We are a very valuable part of the ecosystem of just life.
I'll tell you why you're very correct. Like for myself, being here, right? Being here, setting up the cameras here, having conversations here, it's therapy. Like after a hard week,
Yeah, I hear
This
you,
is
bro.
my little room where I go to play.
Osa.
You know what I mean?
Osa.
Imagine if you weren't here.
Yeah.
What would I do then? Like,
I hear
what
you,
would I
bro.
come here, just sit up and look at the camera, and you know what I mean? So,
Facts and facts.
so you're very correct that if
Appreciate it.
if you guys are not here, there is no us.
Yes.
There's no creativity. There's no vision. There's no innovation.
I would like for us to have this set up in Parliament one of these days, or the State House.
Oh, for sure. Because
That's my dream.
Because you know what? It's crazy that the artists end up directly or indirectly influencing policies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in short form, because
Man.
like we say something, the thing becomes cool. It might become derogatory or whatnot. Then the government has to respond.
They have to react.
about
Yes,
that.
they have to react.
So when Drake says something,
Forget
God's
Drake.
plan.
Forget Drake. When OZF Teddy said
When
something,
Ozzy F. Teddy said something, they have to now
the
say,
entire
okay,
region shook.
Hold on.
yeah.
Let's speak to that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
The
sir.
entire region shook. South Africa
Yeah.
shook. Guys
Yeah.
were
Are
like,
you
"Oh my
serious
goodness."
when they saw this?
Yeah, they were like, "Oh my god,
Just
like, what's
for the
going
first
on?"
one. First things first. Hey, man.
Hey, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
That was it.
That's all. That's
you know,
all.
and that
yeah.
moment, right? Those 3 seconds there defined what creativity is. Defined what the real core meaning of an artist is, which is expression. Expression that is unrestricted, that is completely free of any filter.
Yes. Yes.
Because when everybody heard that, they were like, "Okay, you got my attention."
Yo, dog.
And I-
I'm actually flashing back. To
You know what I mean? And
like
where
it's
I was
playing in your
singing-
head right now.
yeah, like man,
It's like the control verse of Los
country-
essays,
thank you very
dog.
much.
You know what I'm saying? We're like,
because the country stopped
Facts.
dude,
for a few hours. Everybody we didn't know what to do with ourselves. We're like, okay,
We're like,
what just happened? Like,
dude.
this child.
and the thing is, he was saying what a lot of people were saying.
we're all thinking the
you know,
same
just
thing.
saying on the low.
Exactly.
And, you know,
he just went out and expressed himself. And
You
you
know what I'm
and I remember when I met him not too long after that, I told him, "You're very bold, but I commend that because on top of everything, the most important thing is expression.
Facts.
And no one will ever take that
That's
away
from
from you.
yeah.
Ever. Those 3 minutes, that will define you for a lifetime and a few.
dude.
So yeah.
And what's crazy is like, you're not only is he emboldening, you know, the younger artists, he's emboldening the next politician.
That's right.
He's emboldening the
Yeah.
next.
Yeah.
There's that line from Pac, you know, that quote from Pac. I might not lead.
That's
rule
right.
the world, but
I'll
will,
be the spark that
yes,
will
in
that
the
will
mind.
light that. Yeah,
who's gonna do
that's
that.
right.
And that's a superpower that
Yeah.
a lot of artists.
And I'll tell you,
know?
Kenya, it's happening already.
Word?
It's happening already. The new crop of politicians that are rising up, most of them have a hip hop, musical, creative background.
That is
Some
so
of them. There's one
interesting.
who's actually a senator who was a singer.
Wow.
And they did say in 2030 Africa will have the youngest I'm trusting leaders.
Yeah,
in the
Yeah.
world.
I mean, we already
Right.
know. You already know
Okay.
what's
So-
happening in Uganda, though. With with I can't remember his name, but
what's his
Bobby
name?
Wine.
Bobby Wine,
You know,
right?
so
Yeah.
so we are already there.
Yes.
we are staring at the door of music and creativity, really taking a lead in terms of not just politics but policies as well, as you
Facts.
noted out.
Facts.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's definitely imperative for, you know, artists, for us to take first of all ourselves seriously, because as I mentioned,
See, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
You didn't say that.
I did not say that.
Yeah. Okay.
My lips did-
let
No.
me say it. Let me
Please say it again.
Yeah. Let me say it. I think it's imperative for us as artists to take ourselves seriously, because I'm aware of the pressure, you know, and so you want to do it, you know, as a side thing, and you know, just do enough, you know, to, like, people, it's a song, right? They like the song, cool, whatever, you know, but to put in your all, you know what I'm saying? You that feeling of I'm leaving it all out on the court.
Yeah.
You know, that's needed because, as we're saying now, this is especially in an age, the internet age
Yeah.
that we are in, the media age, the social media age that is becoming such an important part of the life of the average person and everyone else. The things, dude, TikTok is the biggest thing. And what is it based
Yeah.
off? Music.
Yeah.
On videos.
Yeah.
Facts.
So, like, we are holding such raw power in our hands.
And
know
you
what I'm
have
saying?
to understand the power
And
Yeah.
we have
and
to
how to
and
best
wield it.
And
yeah.
I'll tell you
Yeah,
the
thank you.
truth. If you don't understand that and you wield it now, it's gonna be taken advantage of. Because already TikTok, in some way,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you're not careful with what you do and what you put on there, you don't know if that content is yours
Ooh.
Facts.
because it's not on your platform.
Yeah.
Facts.
I mean, they could just decide one day.
See what I mean? Yeah, and especially if you look at where they're from, where the company's based, like
all of
it's a very tight rope that we're walking.
Yeah.
So if you really don't take the time, like you said, to really embody yourself completely as the person, as the avatar, as the creator that you are, and if you don't take the time to really pull your audience to you,
Yes.
not to the platforms,
Yeah.
but to
you. Yeah. Own the thing.
Yeah.
Own where you're putting your things at.
And,
No,
and,
that's
and
for
shout
sure.
out Sereti and the natives because I love what they're doing now. That's exactly what they're really positioning themselves to be a singular standalone brand,
Yeah. That's not
and
dependent on.
they're slowly pulling their audience directly to themselves.
For sure.
So
For sure.
it's awesome. It's really awesome, and I'm
Yeah.
glad you brought that up because 3 to 5 years
It'll be a different
it'll be a different
narrative.
era. It'll be
Yeah.
a very different
Exactly.
era.
It's always switching.
Yeah, but
It's
I'm
always
I'm
switching.
seeing a lot of young people who are really kind of waking up to that fact and realizing
yeah.
that, hey man, I really need to, if I'm a writer, I need to write better. I need to write more. I need to perform better if I'm a performer. If we're a collective,
Yeah.
I mean, just yesterday we were out at Notwane for a hip hop show,
Yeah.
Word.
and I'm gonna just tell the story for 2 seconds. And these, so it was like a show where you win some money if you
Yeah.
spit 16 bars, and there was a collective of like 6 rappers, right? And they all signed up.
Doing Wu-Tang
But
now. Yeah.
yeah, it's real. But
Yeah.
the show could only pick one of the 6. All right, so each one of them would have like 3 songs. You know what they did?
What did they do?
So what they did is they picked the songs that featured one of the others.
Power and numbers. Power and numbers.
You were there.
Yeah.
I was told this because I had left at the time. Our cameraman was actually there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently it was amazing. Everybody was like, "Oh my goodness, this kid's gamed the system." And the third song, they all jumped on.
It's like, Rona,
Yeah.
we are getting the money.
You are not winning.
Yeah. We
And-
are.
And they were the standout performances.
But now I'm saying to you,
Yeah.
just a week ago,
Yeah.
what did we speak to? Off the record, and you had said to me, this has to go on record. Where you have folks who know what Stretch can do
Yeah.
with his team,
Yeah.
with his ensemble.
Yeah.
But they, headhunt. They come specifically to him and say to him, we can do X, Y, Z for you
Yes.
if you were to let Eddie go,
Yeah.
if you were to let your cameraman go,
That
if you were
is-
to let your publicist go. And Stretch will look at the money and says the money
Yeah.
will be nice if
Yeah.
I was to eat it on my own.
Yeah.
And he will let go of
Yeah.
folks who made him who he is.
Yeah. That's
So this kids sat there
Yeah.
and they had a better understanding.
That's right.
Of how this thing
Yeah.
should be worked out.
Yeah.
That we are who these people say we are because we have been sticking and we've been seeing this thing through together. So we will not allow for the rules and the
Yeah.
this and the other to separate what we have always subscribed to.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I think that
Yeah.
togetherness is what allowed them to come up with that idea. Because if one of them was a little selfish,
Yeah.
a little greedy,
He'll be
and
on
the-
some
and the
groups.
others were not how do you say? There's a word for it. They were not as
What?
I
Savvy?
think not necessarily savvy. If they didn't really know who they were,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they're not self-aware.
if they weren't self-aware to enough to say no. I can jump on the mic. I can do this.
Yeah.
You know, and or we can all do this. We can all jump on the mic, and we can all coexist.
Yeah.
You know, be a collective and also be dope singular artists.
Yeah.
So it takes both sides to make it happen.
Facts.
Yeah. And I think yesterday was very, very, very encouraging in that regard, because to see that, you know, and what we appreciated, because I mean I was there, Chubb was there, what's his name? I call him
Touch.
Hustler. Touch.
Yeah.
Touch
you
was
go.
there.
Yeah.
And of course the man we had last week was there as well. Yeah. And
Well, Dot literally.
yeah,
I
J
think
Dot
literally
was
lives there.
he lives there. Like
Yeah.
it's part of the French. It's part of
Nice.
yeah. So everybody was on some, and we're like, yeah, man, all these kids need is just someone just to oversee the entire collective, just to make sure nobody veers off
Yeah.
in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
But they figured it out. Like
Yeah.
figured it out.